So as of yesterday, they announced Chapter 13 hard mode is going to be available after the reset. So in our case, 2 days from now. Now this is going to be content that a lot of you guys don't have access to or care too much about it, mainly because if you guys look at rewards, if we were to go down here, I think it is here, but um, get cog chips, right? Or get like prints or whatever for the most part. Well, cog chips are gonna be the most important thing, but for the most part though, we don't really need this stuff. Like I have some 3-star stuff from back then, but if I recall correctly, everything above like chapter 9 is all cog chips, so it might be worth it for you guys. So I know a lot of you progressing players out there that are like near mid to end game are low on cog chips. It may be something to look into. You guys are trying to do or look for more ways to get cog chips. So in this video, I'll go over some things you guys can do in preparations of Chapter 13 hard mode. But I'm not going to gloss over it too much, just talk about some ships or whatever. So if you guys don't know, it does take the similar formula as the Chapter 12. So if you guys have done Chapter 12 hard mode, it's going to be very similar, just higher enemies, they're going to do more damage, and all that jazz, right? So in Chapter 12, I run a fleet like this. Most important thing here, if you guys don't already remember, is to take control of the airspace control. So if you click here, it'll tell you how much AC, whatever it is, aircraft status and recon value that you guys need to have maximum detection. So you guys don't like take too much damage. You guys get reduced damage. And you guys do more damage as well too. So the best way to fill out these stats is run like destroyers as well as get carriers here. Now, I will say this. If you run destroyers, they're going to get destroyed by the upcoming enemies because planes, especially when they're above your level, is really, really difficult. So, probably run 1 or 2 and then run like light cruisers, heavy cruisers, or large cruisers because if you run a lot of them, it's going to be a very, very bad time. You won't really need destroyers often until you get to chapter 14. Probably 14 hard mode whenever that comes out. So it's nice to have like 3 or 4 aircraft carriers as well too to cover up this stat at the bottom right here. Just so you guys have an idea of what it looks like. I were to go like, I'm gonna turn this off if we were to do auto clearing, but that tells you like airspace control, air superiority. I think there's like the tier below this one. So if I were to leave, and then I'm gonna toss in like another carrier or something. It's probably going to be air supremacy. I think it's air supremacy is like the last tier or whatever. I don't know why it's lagging, right? But it is. So I toss that in. Let's do Kearsarge. Hit that. We're above the 4095 stats, so it should be air supremacy right now. It is. That's highest tier. We have maximum damage reduction from the planes, and we do more damage as well too. This is what you want to make sure you guys capitalize on. Very, very important. All right. So going back to what I was talking about earlier, you want to make sure you guys have your carriers, and you guys want to have maybe a little bit like recon value. It's not going to help out too much though, but for the most part, you want to make sure you have the value that they have given for you for that stage maxed out. Now, going to the elephant in the room, we're going to talk about the vanguards. So if you guys don't already know how to build anti-air fleets, it's very, very simple. You go to stats, you go to anti-air, hit confirm. Whoever this wants to register. And then we look through the list right here of ships that give out a lot of anti-air stats. I think it's judged by lowest as of right now, so we do that. Boom, 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 boom. So ignore the ships in my fleets already, but roughly around where you see San Diego, so like right here, you're going to see a list of ships that have very, very high anti-air. You have like San Diego, Juneau, Reno, Sila, Shimanto, Cheshire. A lot of these ships are going to be USS based, but these are the ships that you want to bring into chapter 13 hard mode with you. A lot of good choices here, and I'm going to specifically talk about the ones that you guys should bring. I will say that Sila is really, really good. I know a lot of you guys don't have Sila because you probably start later or whatever, or if you guys are starting late, you probably won't even use or go to chapter 13 hard mode, but a lot of the classics are still good. San Diego is very good. Cheshire is still very, very good as well too. Juneau is actually surprisingly really good. Isuzu is also a very, very underrated anti-air ship. Also a very good choice. But nowadays, though, ever since they've been trying to add in ships that makes chapter 12 and 13 easier, we've gotten so many anti-air ships now. Like anti-air stuff content is a joke. The most important thing that we're gonna be concerned about are the levels and then how much damage you're gonna do. But for the most part, though, anti-air ships can't really go wrong with it. Toss in maybe 2 of the high like 400 plus anti-air ships, like basically anything like right here. You guys will have an easy time doing this. I assure you. When it comes to fleet composition, though, we have to see because if you guys don't already know, hard mode has restrictions as to what you can bring. So you can't really toss in like whatever you want. You have to fill in the requirements that they want you to do. All right. So I'll probably post my fleet when I start doing it on Thursday. But for the most part, though, nothing in particular. I just want to. So make sure you guys have your high anti-air stats. You guys make sure you have your loaded aircraft carriers. And also very important, make sure you have at least 2 of these things right here because these planes are going to be very important. At least 2 pirate corsairs, 1 on your main fleet and 1 on your mob fleet, and just to get the anti-air stat from this, very important, right? Stay tuned for Thursday. I'll be doing my runs. Hopefully it'll be interesting. I'm actually looking forward to this because it's been meaningful long content. Endgame content haven't gotten in like such a long time now, so very looking forward to that. And with the announcement of Chapter 13 hard mode, that means Chapter 15 could be just a little over the horizon, so like a week now. Hopefully not, because I'm not done with Hindenburg yet, but if it does, then forward to. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. If you guys want to talk about fleet discussions or anything about just Chapter 13 hard mode in general, feel free to leave a comment in the bottom, and I'll see you guys next time, and I'll probably read it as well too.